You're watching Kruger Nation Horror Movie Reviews. I'm Johnny Krug, and today I'm running down a top 10 list of, in my opinion, the worst horror DVD cover art. Let's do it. Number 10 on my list is the original Last House on the Left. The original DVD release for this, the cover was alright, it wasn't great. But then they re-released the same DVD, repackaged, when the remake came out, and I really didn't care for that cover at all. It was too glossy, it didn't fit with the content of the movie. It looked like it should have been the cover for the remake, not the original film, so that's number 10. Number 9 on my list, Terror Train. While the DVD cover isn't horrible and it features basically the same thing as the VHS cover art, it puts Jamie Lee Curtis more in the forefront than she should be, probably. Man, I liked the box art with the killer on the front. And he's in the background of the DVD, so I can't be too hard on this. I just wish it was just him and not Jamie Lee Curtis, so that's why it's number 9. Number 8, Night of the Creeps. I thought when they finally released this on DVD, we were going to get a kick-ass, picture on the front of the DVD, considering the VHS box art was so badass. But we ended up getting this. And I really can't say that the cover sucks. It's just not the cover that I wanted, and a lot of people say that that we wanted the VHS box art, or there were some really badass posters from the original run of this film, so they could have used those. But that's why it's number 8. Number 7 on my list is The Gate. This movie was originally on DVD back in like the early 2000s, and it had the original VHS box art, and it looked really cool. But it had no supplemental features. So when they re-released it a year ago, they, added tons of features and stuff like that, but then they changed the box art to like, it's really weird because I'd never seen it before. So they had to bring someone in to paint it or, redo this whole thing. And while it looks cool, it just doesn't fit with the movie. I mean, it has some of the stuff from the movie on the front, but I think the original one was badass, just really cool. So that's why you're number 7, Gate. Number 6 on my list is Cutting Class. And the VHS cover art for this is pretty similar to the DVD cover art, but the original had Brad Pitt and the 2 other main characters with a knife between the pictures. When they released it on DVD, we got just a picture of Brad Pitt looking all dreamy. So, I don't know. I mean, it just, Brad Pitt doesn't sell this movie for me. This is a slasher flick, so, I don't know. I think they went the wrong way with the cover art on this one. Now we're at number 5. And you'll notice, now that we're at number 5, the closer we get to number 1, the madder I get about these covers because they really should have taken some time. Number 5 on my list is The Burning. The DVD cover for The Burning is lame. It's just a picture of flames and a silhouette of a guy. And the original VHS box art was really kick-ass. The original poster was really great. It seems like they didn't even give a crap. They just threw any cover together with fire and just like, whatever, So that's why The Burning is number 5. Number 4 on my list, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. They've released this on DVD twice. The original DVD release of this was Dennis Hopper on the front with a chainsaw. Which, it was really weird. Like, I know he's the star of this movie, but the cover did not fit. And then they re-released it, and it was even worse. It was like just the picture of a chainsaw and blood, and I think maybe like a leg or something. And it actually reminded me of that, there's like a gritty 3-pack DVD thing where you get 3 shitty movies, and it had almost the exact same cover. Like, it was just, like some, I don't know, some Photoshop image they just did real fast. But The original VHS box art for this and poster it is one of the most kick-ass horror posters ever. It's a parody of The Breakfast Club, but it's with the Sawyer family. So like that's the one we want, man. That would be the most kick-ass DVD cover for this. Number 3 on my list, Trick or Treat from 1986. The poster for this when it came out was awesome. The VHS cover for this when it came out was really cool. And then when we got the DVD release, we get a picture of Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons, two guys who are barely in this movie. I mean, like, I'm talking like a total of a few seconds or minutes. And it doesn't tell you anything about the movie at all. It's just selling, fans of Ozzy and Kiss the movie. It's, this movie's one of those movies you find cheap everywhere, so that you could tell the studio didn't give a crap about it. So that's why it's number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list, Near Dark. The poster for this and the VHS were pretty great looking back in the day. The special edition DVD that came out a few years ago was really pretty cool looking. I mean, it wasn't bad, it was kind of plain. And then we had this big explosion of Twilight, and they were like, oh, well, let's re-release Near Dark. And we get this. What the fuck were they thinking? This looks horrible. Are they trying to sell Near Dark to Twilight fans? Because they're not going to like it. This is a good vampire movie. And if you look closely at the cover, at the very bottom, Lance Henriksen and Bill Paxton and the people at the bottom even look like, nicer than they do in the movie. Who are they freaking trying to sell this shit to? I mean, I know exactly. Everybody knows. They were trying to just cash in on the whole Twilight thing. But it was a major fail. Number 1 on my list. This one, I had to make it number 1 because this is really close to my heart. The Nightmare on Elm Street box set. When they released this back in the day, it was really cool. I mean, the outer case had really cool pictures of Freddy from several of the movies, and then when you open it up, it had, all the original posters and stuff. The re-release of this, right before the remake came out, was just appalling. It is a picture of Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy on the front of the box. And he's not in any of the first 8 movies. This is freaking bullshit. Don't put that in... Like, what? I understand that you're trying to market this to a new audience and stuff, but it's not a new audience who's going to buy this. This is the diehards and the Freddy fans and the horror fans and the slasher fans. You're not selling this to Jackie Earle Haley fans. You're not selling this to the Platinum Dudes crowd. And putting him on the front, I have nothing against Jackie Earle Haley, but putting him as Freddy on the front of this box set that is all Robert Englund is just blasphemous. It's bullcrap, and that's why it's number 1. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Kruger Nation. In the meantime, you can go to www.cinemacorpse.com and check out our podcast. If you have covers that you think should have made the list, put them in the comments section below. Or if you disagree with me and you like some of these covers, let me know. But until next time, I will see you bitches later. Peace.